Good Thursday evening. I'm Keely Van
And I'm Tim McGonigal. We begin tonight with an update to a story we first brought you earlier this month. Cascade County officials continue to care for over 170 animals seized from a property west of Great Falls.
Now, I was able to see some of the animals today and talk more with officials about what's next. Pamela Jo Polieski faces 1 count of aggravated animal cruelty and 4 counts of animal cruelty after investigators seized animals from her property earlier this month.
Additionally, the county attorney's office has filed an animal welfare petition.
Sheriff Jesse Slaughter showed MTN some of the animals taken from her property after a fire on May 6th.
The animals are being humanely housed and have been examined by a veterinarian.
Court documents say a search warrant found dozens of animals in various stages of abuse and neglect. Polieski is disputing all charges and claims that she operates a no-kill shelter that takes in animals who are already in bad health. Sheriff Slaughter says this is the second major animal abuse case that investigators have dealt with in the county this year after officials asked for the public's help caring for neglected livestock in April.
Previously with the cattle situation, we had to act fast and get public support because in one day we could have eliminated that budget. In this case, what we want to do is we want to basically use our county budgeted funds first and then determine at that point if this case is going to take longer, then we're going to reach out to the community for support.
Polieski will appear before Judge Greg Pinsky Tuesday, May 26 at 11 a.m. The hearing is open to the public. County Attorney Josh Rackey says the animals could be put up for adoption pending results of the animal welfare hearing.
The judge could find the animals were not abused or neglected and return the animals. If the judge finds they were, Ms. Polieski will post a bond for 30 days worth of feed and supplies and care and maintenance.
This is at least the 3rd time Polieski has faced similar charges of animal cruelty in court. Rackey says the state has no control over a person's actions once they complete their sentence.
She had served her last sentence. Since then, she's gathered more animals.
MTN has reached out to Polieski for comment. She has not returned our calls.
A new Montana law that limits the collection of absentee ballots cast by other people has been temporarily blocked by a state judge's order. That order came in a lawsuit filed by Montana's Indian tribes who say the law violates the voting rights of Native Americans. State District Judge Jessica Fear of Billings issued a temporary restraining order Wednesday blocking the law known as the Ballot Interference Prevention Act. The law, passed by Montana voters in 2018, says organizers can collect only 6 absentee ballots at a time and must sign a special form when delivering those ballots to county election offices. 5 Montana Indian tribes and 2 other groups are suing to overturn the law. They say it essentially halts ballot collection efforts for Native voters both on and off the reservations. The suit says Native Americans often have poor access to voting offices or mail and instead rely on people delivering their absentee ballot. Marcy McLean of Montana Native Vote says the group will start reactivating ballot collection efforts right away for Montana's June 2nd primary and contacting its several thousand members. But she says with COVID-19 restrictions on reservations, it may take a few days to get things going there.
Here in Billings, we're going to start texting people and setting up appointments to pick up ballots or drop or give people a ride or whatnot. But that won't happen on the reservations until we have an agreement with the tribal nations saying that they allow us to go back in and resume ballot collection activities.
Judge Fear set a hearing next Friday on whether to grant a permanent injunction blocking the law while she decides whether it's unconstitutional. Well, another round of campaign fundraising numbers came in today in Montana's U.S. Senate race, and Democratic Governor Steve Bullock continues to pile up the cash. Bullock, who is challenging Republican incumbent Senator Steve Daines, reported raising $2.4 million in the past 6 weeks for his campaign. That's almost twice Daines' total during the same period of $1.3 million in campaign donations. The Bullock-Daines matchup will be one of the most closely watched and expensive U.S. Senate races in the country this year. Since entering the race on March 9th, Bullock already has raised close to $6 million. Daines, however, has raised about $9 million for his entire campaign and still had $5.7 million in the bank as of last week, compared to about $4 million for Bullock. Now, both men also have contested primaries June 2nd, but they are expected to easily win and advance to the general election.
And new at 10, we've experienced several shortages because of the COVID-19 pandemic: toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and now beef. But Montana residents have options. MTN's Annie Johnson has the latest.
Throughout this pandemic, we've seen the price of certain items go up, and now that includes beef. But by being a Montana resident, we may have access to more solutions.
I'm appalled when I go in there and I look and see how much a pound they're getting for meat.
Crazy.
It's just crazy. So if you can find a local rancher to go to, you're going to save yourself a lot of money.
Beef prices have gone up across the country, leading to a shortage in restaurants and grocery stores.
With the plant shutting down, it's created a demand for it. For the boxed beef, it's more than doubled in a lot of cases.
But as a Montana resident, you may be in a better position for getting beef at a reasonable price during this shortage.
And Montana raises some of the best beef there is in the United States.
So what are some options?
If people want beef, then we will pull some of them out. We'll finish them right here at home, and then we'll sell right direct to the consumer.
And in some cases, you can buy local beef from select grocery stores.
For local, we have 4 suppliers, and then I buy live beef from a ranch out of Clyde Park.
Klein says a lot of ranchers aren't able to produce the numbers needed to sell to bigger retailers, but for local residents, it's not a problem.
People don't have very much money now, but if we can still do all right and they can save some money, that's our goal here.
For more information on how you can buy local beef, you can find this story on kbzk.com. Reporting in Gallatin County, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
And back here near home, work continues tonight to clear a massive rock slide just north of Craig along the Missouri River. Take a look. Large rocks still blocking both lanes. Crews are filling truck after truck. They've had U.S. Highway 91, also known as Recreation Road, shut down in the area since early this morning. Now, crews had hoped to have it all cleared by 7 or 8 tonight. They say work could continue first thing tomorrow morning. Well, the winds have been whipping across Montana today, creating quite a stir.
Our Storm Tracker weather team is standing by to tell us about those wind gusts.
That's right. We have seen some wind gusts almost up to 60 miles an hour. Take, for example, Cutbank, 58 miles an hour. Indy, Electric City, 53. Head on down towards the capital, looking at 35. 45 in Lewistown. Just really an all-in-all windy day, and we are still looking at some winds. We're going to go back there. Some winds out of the southwest blowing 20 miles an hour. These are sustained winds at the moment. Helena has definitely died down with 10-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Up towards Cutbank, though, still 28-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So hold on to your hats for us, will you? Temperatures right now 51 degrees, and we are looking at humidity only at 43%, so not too bad out there. When we are elsewhere, temperatures 54 in Glasgow, 52 in Jordan. Head on down to Bozeman, 50. Helena again 49. 48 in Missoula. Now today's high did get up to 60 degrees. Does not beat though the fact that we got up to 93 degrees back in 1980, and that was also the year that Darth Vader told Luke Skywalker he was his father, which Luke did not take very well. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to y'all.
All right, thanks, Grant. Well, coming up, in other news, Glacier County has been awarded more than $20,000 in federal funding to help deal with the impacts of COVID-19. The money will supplement emergency food and shelter programs in the county. Over $12,000 is from CARES Act funding, with more than $8,000 coming from a program called Phase 37. The executive director of Opportunities Incorporated says the money comes at a critical time.
There's a definite need. I think we can all relate to the different impacts that this COVID-19 has had, whether it's from individuals being furloughed, not having as much work, facing some crises within their own households. Definitely, I think this time it's highly needed in our area.
For those wanting to apply, you have until 5 p.m. Wednesday, May 27th. We have details on eligibility qualifications on our website.
And counterfeit money isn't a novel concept, and as more businesses begin to open, they should be on the lookout for fake funds. Detective Corporal Nathan Casey for the Helena Police Department said influxes of counterfeit money comes in waves and can easily be detected with a few simple tips, but it's not just the big bills that people should be worried about.
We see 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s. We see all of them, so it's not just the larger bills. We've seen a pretty steady number of all of them. 20s seem to be the most frequent this year, but that can change from any given time.
And Detective Corporal Casey also noted the Secret Service has free tools for helping spot different counterfeit bills. That information can be found on our website. Coming up next, Helena woman is the proud owner of a shiny new set of wheels.
And it's for a great cause. We'll explain when the news continues.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KRTV, Montana's news leader.
And welcome back to the 10 o'clock news. Well, after 50 years of business, Great Falls bids farewell to one of its prized art galleries. The owners of Gallery 16 downtown announced this past Sunday that they plan to close the gallery doors at the end of the month. From now through Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the gallery will be selling display items, office supplies, and a few art pieces, including one from well-known Great Falls artist Val Knight. Although the community is sad to see the gallery go, senior gallery member Judy Erickson said the closure at the end of the month isn't the last time the public can see their favorite pieces on display.
There will be one more big show of Gallery 16 member work, and I have a good-sized studio. It's going to be at my studio, and we'll get the word out so everyone will have a chance to come and see us again and see our work together.
Now, there is no set date for the final Gallery 16 showing, but we will update you as soon as a date is selected. And staying here in the Electric City last week, Special Olympics Montana drew a winner for the MTN Chevy truck raffle. And this afternoon, that lucky person collected their prize. Helena's Karen Moyer and her family stopped by City Motors in Great Falls to pick up a brand new 2020 Chevy Silverado. Moyer's son, Ben, is a Special Olympics athlete for the Capital Bruins and earned a $100 prize for selling the winning ticket. The family says that they are disappointed the state summer games were canceled due to COVID-19, but a brand new truck is a nice consolation prize.
It couldn't have been just a better gift. We're truly blessed. Last year was Ben's first year in Special Olympics, and it was just such an incredible experience for our whole family. So this is just like, right, the cherry on top, right, buddy?
All totaled, the raffle sold over 87,000 tickets and more than $472,000 for Special Olympics Montana.
Memorial Day is on Monday, and the Montana Veterans Memorial Association will honor those who've paid the ultimate price for our rights with an online ceremony. The in-person ceremony will have only speakers and marchers present as they live stream the event across the state. They'll also be adding 96 different new tiles to the memorial to celebrate Memorial Day. Even though things will look different this year, organizers hope attendees are filled with the spirit of patriotism from the safety of their homes.
Well, it's a matter of the way the situation in the world is today, remembering the men and women and everybody who has served our nation. It's remembering our history and our past. And it goes back as far as one nation, observing everybody who's helped. And it's a very, very important holiday.
And you can check out the full video on the Montana Veterans Memorial Facebook page. The video of the event will also be posted following the ceremony online at the Montana Veterans Memorial website.
All right, take a look at this photo. This is the damage left after a tornado hit last night in our DMA. More news and more updates on this tornado after this break.
Thanks.
Well, Glacier National Park plans on reopening in early June. Park officials tell us that they continue to work with the state, Flathead, and Glacier County officials, as well as the Blackfeet tribe on when to open the park. Glacier National Park closed March 27th out of concern for the coronavirus.
As of right now, the park will not open on June 1st when Phase 2 of Montana reopens. However, officials say the park is on track to open in early June with limited access to visitor services. Grant Garland joins us now. And Grant, a beautiful few days on tap.
Yeah, we are going to be expecting a beautiful day tomorrow, but first let's talk about all the severe weather that we saw last night. So we did have a confirmed EF0 tornado. The National Weather Service in Glasgow confirmed this, tracked about 7 miles just east of Glasgow. And with this storm, it did pack 80-mile-per-hour winds. And here is just some of the damage. This photo, we call it back home, this would be considered a shop, a workshop, I guess. Did a lot of damage, tore off the roof, and it left that place almost like in a demolition mode. Also another picture, I mean, where is the roof? I don't know, I feel like Wendy's, where is the beef? The roof is not there. But we are thankful that the people were not, they were all good. Okay, safe. So the main story today has been our wind gust. Got Keely to laugh over there. At our wind gust, we saw 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts up in Cut Bank. Just really, really windy day down towards Capital and to the Electric City, 53, Capital 35, 38 in Havre, 32 in Billings, 35 in Jordan, and 36 in Glasgow. It's just been a very windy day, and we are expecting another windy day tomorrow too, so just heads up on that. Temperatures right now 51 degrees, winds 20 miles an hour still, you know, that's sustained out of the southwest, and it is still going to be a breezy night. So temperatures, we've been able to see most of ours getting down to the lower 50s, mid to upper 40s, 48 in Missoula, 49 in Helena, 50 in Bozeman, out towards Billings, 60 degrees, Glasgow, 52 in Jordan. 52. Over the last 3 hours, we have been looking at pretty much a clearing trend for us, which has been really, really nice. It was set up for a beautiful sunrise, sunset too. Forgive me for that. Moisture stays off though towards Helena, allowing for some snow showers, mainly in the higher elevations. Not really concerned with that. Over the next 36 hours, cold front moves through our area. We are going to be looking at some moisture behind our front as well as windy conditions. As the cold front moves on out, we will see a nice clearing trend tomorrow. It will be a beautiful day, even though we still are going to be a little bit on the cooler side. It will be mostly sunny skies. But here's the thing, as Friday night wanes on into Saturday, we have moisture come up from the south, and we're going to start to expect a partly sunny awesome day with the chance for scattered showers. So don't put away that umbrella just yet, because we are expecting the rain to come on Saturday. So, and here's the thing, we've had over 0.5 inches of rain here since midnight. We had a lot of showers. I know as I was heading home, it was really packing a punch there. So as we head throughout the next couple of days, the rain really does build up from the south. Again, this is by a Saturday night. We're going to be looking at the rain picking up from the south. Could be looking at maybe a couple hundredths of an inch of rain for our neck of the woods. For our winds gusting, we're going to continue to see winds 40 to 50 miles an hour in Cut Bank by around 4 a.m. So very windy morning, 20 to 30 here in Great Falls. And we're going to continue to see this all throughout the morning. So it is going to be a breezy day tomorrow. You can always follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook as well as Twitter and on Instagram. As we head throughout the next couple of hours, by 2 a.m. 43 degrees, 41 degrees by 5 a.m. Notice how the clouds break apart for a nice sunny start. It will be a beautiful morning. Definitely want to get out and enjoy the sun. So tomorrow's high 61 degrees, partly sunny skies, breezy at times. By Saturday though, we're going to have a chance for showers. Have that umbrella with you. Sunday partly sunny, temperatures warming up too nicely. By Memorial Day, 75 degrees with a partly sunny day. Then our next weather maker after Saturday will bring with it scattered showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Grant. Well, the boys of summer are finally back.
The Helena Senators take the field as the sports world takes one more step towards normalcy.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KRTV, Montana's news leader.
For the first time since state basketball tournaments across the state sputtered to a halt, sports are back in Montana. MTN's Sam Hoyle was at the ballpark in Helena awaiting the return.
It might not have been a bluebird day for baseball here at Kendrick Legion Field as clouds fluttered across the sky, but one thing is for certain, sports are back in the state of Montana as the Helena Senators hosted the Missoula Mavericks this evening. And I caught up with a handful of players before the game to chat about what it was like to finally be back on a diamond after a brief moment of uncertainty of whether or not they'd even have a season.
It's pretty surreal. I mean, this is the sport I've grown up to play and love, and I'm going to go play college next year, so I'm excited to be back out here finally.
It's great. Honestly, everybody here we want to play. Like, we were going to be pretty upset if we weren't able to play, but we're all pretty happy now that season's starting, so.
So if you are planning on coming down to a ballpark near you like Kendrick Legion Field, there are a handful of COVID-19 restrictions that you will have to abide by. For instance, here at Kendrick Legion, they're asking people to spread at least 2 rows and at least 3 seats apart if you're not in the same household. They also do have free hand sanitizer floating all around the stadium, so if you do come in contact with someone else or something sticky, you can wipe that off with a quick spritz. But for now, it is baseball season. We'll keep you up to date on air and online at montanasports.com. Reporting in Helena, Sam Hoyle, MTN Sports.
Thanks, Sam. And wearing the same old face mask day in and day out can get pretty boring after a while.
But MTN's Dom Tibbetts tells us how you can spice things up with one of the most legendary coaches in the Treasure State.
Katie Green PANISKO got a call from her mom and dad wondering if she had any face masks for the 2 of them so that they could do their part in keeping the community safe.
So we brought some masks just of the disposable variety over, and that kind of got me starting on thinking, well, I should make them masks.
As you may have already guessed, Katie is the daughter to the one and only Bob and Pam Green. The geriatric coach is quite the talker, so Katie needed to come up with a mask design Bob would want to keep on his face.
You know, we gave him the disposable masks, but I thought, here's a mask that he'll want to wear because it'll do the speaking for him, if that's possible. And then when I saw that you could upload your own picture, I just immediately thought of the war face.
One of Bob's most recognizable portraits can now help keep you safe during the coronavirus pandemic. Safety with a sense of humor and creativity, something we could all use right about now.
And it's really flattering to think that just a picture of his face could do that, because you're right, this is a different time and changes need to be made, but you know, Montana Tech is a great example of kind of using this situation that we're in now to move forward in a positive way anyway, to kind of be creative and, you know, take that next step.
There's currently 20 Bob Green masks available through Montana Tech's Miners Ball auction. If the university sees a demand for the mask go up, more could be made available. In Butte, Dom Tibbetts, MTN Sports.
And stick around, a final check of your forecast is next.
Start ready for a nice day tomorrow with waking up at least mostly sunny skies. Partly sunny though for the rest of the day. We will look at some breezy conditions too with some wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour. And then by Saturday, well, we are going to have a chance for showers throughout the day, but partly sunny rather. And then for Memorial Day, guys, 75-degree temperatures with partly sunny skies.
Perfect for camping.
Yeah.
I would say.
And other outdoor barbecues and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, that's all the time we have tonight at 10. Have a great rest of your evening.
Good night.